Hello, everybody. I'm Chase Gibson, host of Pregame Press, and Will Stewart, my co-host, is back with us. How you doing, Mr. Stewart?
Good.
Alrighty, we have really interesting stuff to discuss today because a lot happened this week.
Yeah.
It did, and college football season coming up, less than 80 days.
Yep. First game.
I'm really pumped about that.
Sitting here.
But what's really going to affect the status of whoever wins is recruiting.
It's the players.
Because Clemson, Trevor Lawrence, he came in as a freshman. Yep. He won him the national championship. Recruiting can be a big factor, so we're going to discuss that. Before we do, here's our burning question. This actually came from one of our fans,
Okay.
so I really appreciate this. Drew Mernan. I appreciate it. Appreciate it, Drew. All right. Will, why do we're going to start the first part of the question. Why do pro sports teams have salary caps?
No, I really don't know.
It's
who thought of it?
Whoever's thought of salary caps. Because
it's interesting.
If you did not have salary caps,
yeah,
you could sign any big time player.
Yeah,
you could sign any big time player.
It'd be unfair.
It really would
Kinda.
be.
So,
but everyone would have that.
Yeah.
So the more you're like bidding on a player. The more money you offer him,
the more probably he's gonna
take it.
So it's interesting.
It's really hard. But
yeah.
This is the other part of the question that I thought was really interesting.
Yes.
Why don't they restart it after each season?
Again, I don't know.
Each team has specific salary cap.
Yes.
But that salary cap is based on what they did last season.
Yes. Last season, so.
So it's hard to say why they do it.
Yeah, but I mean.
So, okay, I'm gonna agree with. I think they do it so.
Yes. So
good players don't all go to the same team.
Yes, because that'd be kind of.
Yeah, it's like if you're basing it on, I want to go to this team because that player went there, and they're going to offer me a lot of money because they don't have a salary cap.
Yeah.
And then why don't they restart after each season? I'm gonna have to go with because if you did restart after each season, you'd basically have an unlimited amount of money.
Yeah, it's kind of unfair.
Yeah, and
every season.
And if you sign someone into a contract, you have to keep paying them that annual amount every year.
Yeah.
So even if you restart it, that annual amount is already going to subtract from your salary cap.
I feel like it's just unfair.
Yeah.
For every team, just to get every year gets.
So you think for both answers, it's because it's just unfair.
Yes.
That's why they do it. All right. That was a really interesting discussion.
Yeah.
All right.
One of my favorite ones.
So before we start our college football top 25 recruits, we're going to discuss the breaking news that happened on either, I think it was Thursday or Friday.
Of last week.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gerald McCoy to the Panthers. First of all, what prompted him to leave the Buccaneers?
Simple.
They're not good.
They don't have a quarterback.
Well, I think he obviously wants to win.
Yes.
And he's one of my favorite defensive linemen in the whole NFL.
He's underrated, I think.
He's one of my he was like third in sacks last year.
He was.
He's one of my favorite defensive linemen in all of the NFL.
Why did he go to?
He's doing good. His team is not.
Yes. But
it's like LeBron.
Yeah.
He didn't have a good season, but he had a good enough season.
Yes.
He basically carried the Lakers to half of their wins.
Did he make the Pro Bowl? He probably did.
Gerald McCoy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. But why did he go to the Panthers?
Well, let's just start. Why did he go to I think he went to the Panthers because this is just my hypothesis here.
Okay.
There are no young defensive linemen on Tampa Bay.
True.
The Panthers just retired Julius Peppers.
Yep.
They drafted Brian Burns to fill that spot.
Yes, they had drafted.
You know who would go great with Brian Burns? This guy right here, Gerald McCoy.
That defense is going to be good.
And you still have Luke Kuechly and Thomas Davis. I think he just wants to build up their defense. He wants to make the Panthers' defense better.
The Panthers' offense is...
It's okay. It's good. It's good enough.
Yeah. Christian McCaffrey.
Okay. Well...
Yeah, he's really good.
Let's just take a look at this. Why did he stay in the division?
So, I think he stayed...
I think he wants to play the Bucs. That's my hypothesis on this. He wants to play the Buccaneers.
I don't think the NFC South is that good. Because Buccaneers are...
Oh, they never win it.
Saints are. That's the team.
Saints are going to win.
Falcons
have been okay. They're kind of inconsistent when it comes to winning.
The Panthers are kind of inconsistent too.
So it's basically you have the Bucs at the bottom. He don't want to go to the bottom.
No.
He wants to upset the Saints. He wants to be up there with the Saints.
And hopefully get a playoff spot next year.
And when you have young players on the offense, like Christian McCaffrey, Devin Funchess, and then you got Cam Newton in there, and a great offensive line.
Yes, Cam Newton's a veteran, I'd say.
Yeah. And 9 years.
Yeah, 9 years.
And when you have on the defense, Thomas Davis and Luke Kuechly have both been in there for 10 plus.
Mm-hmm.
Thomas Davis, this is his 16th season.
Brian Burns, rookie coming in.
Yeah.
I mean,
Gerald McCoy, he's not old.
He's not.
He's not old. He's young. He's decently young.
Probably 20-something.
He's probably 20. I think 26 or 27.
Yeah.
So, I just think Panthers are going to be very good next year, I think. If Gerald McCoy can perform.
Yeah. He has to perform.
He has to. And plus, I think he's kind of leading Brian Burns in that defensive spot. Because he's been in the NFL a decent number of years.
He can teach Brian
That he knows what to do. Obviously, he doesn't play edge rusher. He plays tackle. He's right in the middle. But he's going to have Brian Burns basically right next to him.
Yeah.
So,
that'll be a good fit for
he's got to be able to teach him.
He can learn from him.
Yeah, on the right side or the left side, you got to watch that rush, Brian Burns and Gerald McCoy.
It's going to be good. I'm excited to watch that.
All right.
Defense.
College football top 25 recruits. Now, it's kind of confusing. What we're going to discuss is we're going to try to predict where they will commit.
Okay.
Or why they have already committed somewhere. Okay. We're going to start with Zachary Evans. Now, he just did this yesterday.
Yeah, look it up.
The number 1 recruit. We're going from number 1 to number 25.
He went to
Alabama.
I mean,
it's interesting because Damian Harris is still there.
And he has experience. What is he?
He's a senior.
Okay, so he is.
And Zachary Evans, oh my God. I watched his tapes.
He is
phenomenal.
He's so strong, you know.
And Damian Harris is,
Damian Harris,
he's small.
good.
He's small, though. He's more of a speed guy than a strength guy. And they used to have that when they had Bo Scarborough and when Damian Harris was a freshman. It was the Thunder and Lightning, basically.
Yes, that'd be a great fit.
So now Evans is coming in as the Thunder.
Yeah, and then Lightning is going to be
Damian Harris. But when he leaves, he's going to completely take over.
Yes.
And I've seen his tapes. I know he's fast. He can be fast.
Unless another running back comes.
Yeah, that's true. Alabama, they've had a lot of running backs. They're pretty much running back city.
Josh Jacobs just came out.
Yep.
So, yeah.
You got Josh Jacobs, Damian Harris, Zachary Evans, Bo Scarborough.
Yep.
It's just a phenomenal running back school. And those are on the past 3 years. Like, that's 4 great running backs in the past 3 years they've been able to recruit.
Yep.
We know Nick Saban is an absolutely phenomenal recruiter.
Veteran at it.
You can't match him. You can't match him.
He knows what to do.
Yeah,
he really does.
So, that's why you think he committed to Alabama. Because Damian Harris only's got 1 year left.
And that'd be a great Thunder and Lightning duo.
All right. Number 2, Miles Murphy, defensive end, committed to Clemson. I know why he did.
Yeah,
the entire defensive line was drafted. The entire defensive line.
If you're DN and you see that, you want to go to Clemson.
Yeah, you want to go to Clemson. Obviously, Clinton Farrell, that pick was awful. But this guy can be the new Clinton Farrell, the new Austin Bryant.
Yes, he can. I watched tape of him as well. He's strong.
Fast.
Yes, and strong.
And he can get off the. I've watched his tapes where he has been double teamed so many times.
And he can just get out of it.
He just gets out of it so fast, sacks the quarterback just like that. You blink, he's on top of the quarterback.
It's great for Clemson.
Yeah. And they are a defensive lineman school.
Yes.
Dabo Sweeney is a veteran at recruiting. He actually was under Nick Saban for a little bit in Alabama.
Was he actually? Yeah, he was.
So, and he was also a receiver. He went to Alabama too. So he knows what the recruiting is like. Yeah. All right. Number 3, Desmond Evans, defensive end. He hasn't committed yet. Honestly, I think he could go to Clemson.
I feel like every DN
wants to go to Clemson. But, you already have one that's committed. There's only one open spot. This guy is one spot behind that guy.
Yeah. He should
behind Murphy. Evans, he should. But if he doesn't get an offer, where do you think he could go?
I think Michigan. Because
Winovich is gone.
They lost a lot.
Gary is gone.
They lost a lot.
Yeah.
Devin Bush.
Yep.
And their D-line was pretty good last year, I'd say. But they lost a decent amount.
Yeah.
So I think adding him would be
a good asset to the team, yeah.
Yep.
And I'm going to have to go with Michigan's rival. I'm going to have to go with Ohio State.
Oh, yeah.
Nick Bosa is leaving. Chase Young, this is probably his last year before he'll probably be the number 1 pick of the 2020 draft if he keeps performing like he is.
Yep.
When you have Chase Young and this guy Desmond Evans on both sides,
that's disgusting.
Crush the quarterback.
Yes.
Absolutely destroy him.
Yeah, that's
pretty much it.
amazing.
That's all you need.
That's all you need for defense.
So I'm going to go Desmond Evans to Ohio State.
All right, I'm going to go Michigan.
All right. Speaking of Ohio State, Julian Fleming, receiver, number 4. He's the highest receiver in the recruiting class.
Highest? Okay.
Committed to Clemson.
No, Ohio State.
Ohio State.
I think it's good for them. Ohio State lost. They lost. What's his name? Harris Campbell.
Yep.
Very fast.
McLaurin. They lost Terry McLaurin.
So they need wide receivers. So
that was good. That was a good commit.
Yeah, it was.
And obviously he knows that they're not really a wide receiver type. I mean, they've had really good wide receivers in the past.
Yes, but
I don't really think it was that smart of a move because
it's the same. Like,
I know Ryan Day is an air raid offensive guy. He wants to throw to Julian Fleming. Yes. He's going to want to throw to Julian Fleming.
And they have Justin Fields.
Yes. No, but that's why I think it's not good. Justin Fields will want to run the ball.
Yes, so much.
He's a Lamar Jackson of college football.
He is.
He runs the ball.
I don't think, what's his name?
He's basically a running back that can throw the ball.
Yes. Julian Fleming probably won't. He won't really like that.
I think he'll have a decent year.
Yeah,
I do. I just don't think it's going to be as good as people who committed to Texas A&M receivers that committed there because they lost a lot of talent too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I don't think it was that good of a move.
No.
All right, number 5, Chris Braswell.
What position is he?
I don't know.
Oh.
He committed to Alabama.
Another Alabama commitment.
I'll check what position he is.
All right,
but Alabama again. They're going to recruit.
They're going to recruit good players. It's in their blood,
It is, especially Nick Saban.
Yes.
He's just so phenomenal.
He knows what to do
at recruiting. All right, hold on. But Chris Braswell is a D-end.
Okay. So again, the defense.
He's going with defense.
Yeah.
But again, we've had 3 D-ends in the top 5 picks. There's 3 D-ends.
Lots of defense.
Yes. It's kind of like the NFL draft.
Yeah. There's no offense. I mean, there's some, but
I think yes, because Quentin Williams left.
Yeah.
He was the strength and soul of their defensive line.
He was amazing.
When you add this guy, Chris Braswell, it's going to be phenomenal.
It is.
I watched his tape. I had an opportunity to watch his tape.
His tape.
He's a leader. He's not the best at getting off the defensive line, but he's good when he's not double teamed, when he's one-on-one, at pushing the receiver back, and pushing the offensive lineman back pretty much into the quarterback.
Yeah, he's strong.
He's very strong. It's just he's not as quick as I would like to see for Alabama. But I think he'll fit Quentin Williams' spot really well. All right. Jordan Birch, another defensive end, has committed. The end.
Yeah.
If he were to go off the charts to not a really good team, Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia. Good fit.
They have one open spot on the defensive line. It's a defensive end.
And what is he at the end?
Yeah, they have so many good. Jonathan Ledbetter. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
He's the leader of that defensive line. When you add him with Jordan Birch, phenomenal defense. Absolutely phenomenal.
One of the best.
Yeah. And Georgia got 2 linebackers.
They did?
2 5-star recruit linebackers. So that's a lot. That's a lot to handle.
It is.
Kirby Smart. He's one of the best defensive coaches in all of college football.
College football has lots of defensive coaches.
Yeah.
I feel like.
But when you have him with Jonathan Ledbetter and the 2 5-star linebackers,
that defense
is phenomenal. I mean, they've always been. The Junkyard Dogs, they're going to be good next year if Jordan Birch commits to Georgia. I think that will change the whole thing if he doesn't commit. All right. Justin Flo, outside linebacker, first time we've seen that, hasn't committed.
All right. I've got some tape of him.
Again, I have not either.
I don't know, his assets, but
all I know is Ben Hicks. I was talking to him last night on the phone, and he told me that look out for Justin Flo. He said he is quick.
Okay, quick.
So quick that could be who needs a quick linebacker. If I were to go off the map again, LSU.
I was literally about to say that they lost Devin White. Who was
the heart of their defense.
He was amazingly.
If you sub a number 7 overall recruit in that spot,
yes,
LSU they're going to be back on top again this year.
You might have another Devin White type of player.
And remember, he's coming in as a freshman. If he comes in to LSU, do you think there's another place he could fit? I might go off the map and say Pac-12.
Oregon.
They lost 3 linebackers in the draft. 2 in the 4th round and 1 in the 7th.
Were any of them actually good?
One of the guys in the 4th round that was drafted, I forget.
I don't know.
His last name is Jackson. That's all I know.
All right.
But he was great. He was great. If you get someone to fill those shoes, and obviously I don't think Justin Flo is going to commit to Oregon. But if you were to go off the map, and you're going into Oregon with Justin Herbert as the quarterback on the other side of the ball,
that's good.
That's phenomenal. If you practice against him, you will get so good.
You will. You'll get so much better.
So I think either Oregon, maybe Georgia,
LSU.
So this could be really interesting. Mm-hmm. All right. Brian Breeze, defensive tackle, committed to Clemson.
Another one. Clemson, their D-line.
Again, it's because so many of these defensive line recruits, literally all 4 of them, all 4 of the Clemson defensive linemen got drafted.
Clinton Farrell, Dexter Lawrence,
Christian Wilkins, Austin Bryant.
They all got drafted?
Yeah, they all did. And some were higher than I would expect.
But Farrell.
But remember, we just said that. Remember, the number 2 pick, Miles Murphy, he committed to Clemson. He was a DN. This guy, number 8 overall pick, committed to Clemson, defensive tackle. That is literally, if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and you have defensive end, you got Murphy here and Breeze here.
And then you probably,
rush work. That's easy sack every single time.
Yeah.
On Clemson, that's really good. That's a really good decision to make.
They know how to recruit.
To commit there. It was a really good decision to commit there because there's no one to fill that gap.
There is,
All right. Savale Smalls, defensive end.
How many defensive ends are there?
There are so many. In the top 25.
Another one. What team? I mean, I haven't seen tape of him either. Have you?
I haven't seen. I've seen a little bit of tape of Savale Smalls. Right, I know he's got moves when he's in there. His spin moves are phenomenal. He's so fast. I don't know. It's tough to say because I want to go Clemson, but they're getting a lot of defensive.
They're getting too many, to be honest.
Too many, yeah.
I mean,
because you're having Savale Smalls commit with Jordan Birch.
Yes.
Jordan Birch. You have him, Desmond Evans. Yep. All of those guys are going to want that last DN spot. Because we already know Miles Murphy's going to Clemson.
He is.
They're going to want that last DN spot.
Yeah.
So, I think what you do here, you go to some school that was like 9-3, 8-4 record.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm going to go Texas A&M.
Okay, I agree.
Or Florida.
Yeah.
Now listen to this. Florida, obviously they lost one of their best assets, Juwan Taylor. They also lost 2 defensive linemen in the draft.
So they lose Polite?
Yeah.
I forget his first
Val
name.
Polite.
Val Polite.
You know who could fit in? Savale Smalls. I predict he goes to Florida.
Or Texas A&M.
Texas A&M. Yeah, they lost defensive linemen.
They did. But I think Florida's a better option for him.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Number 10, Reggie Grimes. O-linebacker. Hasn't committed
yet. Yet haven't seen tape from him, so.
I've watched it.
What is he? What is it? What are his assets?
He's more of a strength guy than a speed guy. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, so tackling is.
He doesn't miss. He's like a Devin Bush. Devin Bush, Michigan.
Perfect.
He's like a Devin Bush. He's literally.
Here we go. It's Michigan.
Pretty much Devin Bush. Devin Bush never missed tackles. He never did.
Never did.
And Reggie Grimes doesn't miss tackles.
But Devin Bush has speed.
Yeah, he's more of a strength guy.
Yeah, but I could see him going to Michigan.
I could. After
seeing what the defense did last year, that'd be a good fit.
It really would be. I say Michigan.
Yeah.
All right. Mitchell Mays, offensive. This is the first time I've seen an offensive tackle committed to Clemson. I agree. I definitely agree. Because it's
smart.
It is very smart. Because Clemson, they're not the best offensive line school.
They aren't.
Like, they don't, come in, make offensive linemen, ship them out to the draft. They don't do that. Top. But they got some of their center linemen. They're out.
They are. They need some replacements.
I think they have 3 of the 5 linemen that would start if no offensive tackles committed are seniors.
Yeah.
So if you commit to Clemson, you're working with that experience.
And then you got Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. Behind you. That's phenomenal.
That's phenomenal. So why wouldn't you?
You just got to give him enough time.
You do.
And I've seen this guy, again, strength. I mean, he's literally pushing the defensive lineman into the linebackers.
He's strong.
Yeah, I'm definitely going. I agree with that
Is he a tackle?
Committed to Clemson. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Number 12, Broderick Jones.
Interesting name.
Committed to Georgia.
All right. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Jake Fromm.
I definitely agree.
Did they lose any offensive linemen in the draft?
They did.
Okay.
And Georgia's an offensive lineman school. They produce offensive linemen.
Yes, they do.
So, when you get this guy, number 12 recruit in the country, he's an offensive lineman.
That's phenomenal.
That's so huge for you.
Yes.
And especially when Georgia, they have so many great offensive linemen returning. They do. So, if you put this guy with those guys, Jake Fromm, you're going to get sacked like 3 times.
The whole season.
Yes.
And you can learn from the veterans, so that'd be a good fit.
I agree with the commit. All right. Another offensive tackle. That's 3 in a row.
All right.
Paris Johnson Jr. committed to Ohio State.
Right.
Interesting. They've lost so many offensive linemen in the past 5 years.
I mean,
the most recent, Billy Price, the center.
Yes, center. He's to the Bengals, I think.
Yeah.
Isn't he? I mean, he's gonna need to block well because we know Justin Fields likes to run. So.
But I mean, he's blocked more for passing than running. I've watched his tapes.
So, you think that will affect anything?
It could. I think he'll be fine. I like the commit to Ohio State. You can't pull back now, so
you can't.
I like the commit to Ohio State. If he protects Justin Fields will only have a phenomenal season because of him and the other guys protecting him.
Yeah,
that's what I'm gonna say.
If their offensive line shows up, then Justin Fields right there.
All right, number 14, Darnell Washington, the first tight end we've seen. He's not committed anywhere. You know, it'd be a great fit. Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Why not?
They lost Jace.
Texas A&M.
Didn't they lose this one guy named Jace?
Yeah. I forget his name.
It was
Steinberg.
Yeah, Jace Steinberg.
Yeah,
and his spot.
He's so phenomenal, though.
He is.
I've seen his tape too. Like I haven't.
Wait, Darnell Washington.
Yeah, I've seen his tape.
What is he? Is he like? Can he catch or block? Is he a blocking tight end?
He's a catching tight end. Okay. He's kind of small for a tight end too.
What is he like? 6'1"?
He's like 6'1".
Oh.
6'2".
Yeah, that's pretty small.
But he's really big.
He is.
He's 225.
Yeah.
So
good fit.
I think it's a good fit.
After losing Jace.
Texas A&M, Jace Steinberger.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I kind of want to go with Georgia.
Same.
Isaac Nauta. He's out of here.
Yes, he's out.
So he was a senior last year.
Yes.
So if you put in Darnell Washington, phenomenal. Yes. Absolutely phenomenal.
And you have Jake Fromm
throwing to him. And Jake Fromm loves tight ends.
He does.
He loves to hit tight ends. He hit what's his name? He hit Isaac Nauta. Isaac Nauta had 8 touchdowns this year.
8?
For a tight end? You know how good that is?
That's really good.
Tight ends never really get thrown to. I'm just going to say that.
In college. But yeah, Jake Fromm.
But I think if he goes to, remember Kendrick Rogers of Texas A&M?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely phenomenal. Yes. If Darnell Washington goes with Texas A&M to Kendrick Rogers and Hunter Smith, who's also great.
Yep.
Do you know how great Texas A&M is going to be with Kellen Mond, one of the best sophomore players in college football? That's going to be great.
That might be a sleeper team. Texas A&M,
definitely. If they can grab Darnell Washington off the board at 14.
Yes.
All right.
They'll have some good recruits.
Miles Hinton, another offensive. That's four offensive tackles in the last 5 picks. Miles Hinton, offensive tackle.
Committed to
Stanford. First Pac-12 team we've seen.
Yes, interesting. Stanford.
I like the commit.
I do. Stanford's
they're an okay team.
They're average.
But they produce offensive linemen. They're one of those Clemson teams.
Mm-hmm. They just know how to produce the O-line.
One of those Clemson Georgia teams.
Yeah.
They know how to produce offensive linemen.
Who's their quarterback? Do you know?
Stanford. I think it's still KJ Costello. I think he was really good last year.
Yep.
You protect KJ Costello. He can throw to people. I mean, JJ Arcega-Whiteside's obviously gone.
He's gone.
But Caden Smith, the senior tight end coming into this year,
yep.
He was off the charts last season.
He was.
He had that game-clinching catch in the championship against I think it was.
So.
It wasn't the championship. It was against USC. They were down 3. They were inside field goal range at the 13-yard line, and he throws it up. Terrible throw. Caden Smith comes back, breaks the tackle, reaches over the pylon, touchdown.
For the game? Wow.
There's 13 seconds left. Well, there's 13 seconds left. So if you protect him and get him enough time to throw Caden Smith, he's probably going to be his top target since Xavier Whiteside left.
Yeah, if you can block for him, then it's going to be.
Then Stanford's going to be a good
Stanford, another sleeper team, maybe.
They have been really good in the past 10 years. That's a dynasty.
Yes.
One of the Pac-12 dynasties.
I could see them winning the Pac-12.
Could you? Washington and Oregon.
Washington.
Utah. Phenomenal.
We talked about them a few episodes ago.
Yeah.
And
episode 8.
Yeah.
We talked about them being a sleeper team.
Yes.
Because we had them in a Rose Bowl.
Yes.
They are phenomenal. Their defense, on point. And Troy Williams, that quarterback, oh my goodness.
Did Utah play Washington in the Pac-12 championship?
Yep.
Yeah.
They allowed Washington 10 points.
Yeah, wasn't it like 10-3?
Yes. They lost, but still. They allowing Washington 10 points. It's kind of hard to do.
It is, against Washington.
Okay, it's number 16. Mikhail Sherman.
Inside linebacker from Georgia.
All right. Inside linebacker. I agree with the pick
agree.
for most of it. They've had so many come and go. Leonard Floyd a couple years ago. Lorenzo Carter.
Again.
Roquan Smith.
Yes. I love him. He's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
From Georgia.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, they know how to produce defenses.
Yeah, they do. Junkyard Dogs.
Yeah.
They've been producing. They've been saying they've been producing linebackers since 1981. That's when Herschel Walker was there.
Yeah.
Then they had that. That's when the Junkyard Dogs thing came up in 1981 when they won the national championship.
Mm-hmm. Do you know how many they have?
National championships? I think just one. It was the 1981.
Okay.
But they have been so they're in it to win it.
They are.
For the past 2 years, they've been in it to win it.
Obviously, they lost Alabama.
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
But they were up 13-0 at halftime.
Honestly, they should have won.
They should have.
Tua had that amazing throw.
Yeah, he did. And they just got beat. So
did.
But Georgia, they are a championship caliber team.
I think, especially with that defense.
So I think that was a good commit.
It was.
Pretty much when they have no linebackers now, it's all of them drafted.
Yeah.
All right. Jace McClellan.
First Oklahoma guy.
Running back coming into. That's the first Big 12 team we've seen, all the way down at 17. Didn't think I thought we'd see Big 12 before Pac-12, but my bad.
So, what is he? Running back?
He's running back.
Right. Who was the running back?
They have Anderson.
Anderson, yeah.
Ryan Anderson. They still have him.
So, have you seen tape of this guy? I haven't.
I haven't seen tape of Jace McClellan. I know he's fast. That's all I know about him.
Ryan Anderson?
He's good. Ryan Anderson is phenomenal. He had 22 touchdowns.
Last year.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's phenomenal.
For a college running back.
And one of them was 75 yards. He was just phenomenal.
So, do you like the commitment?
I do.
Because
Ryan Anderson's senior year, he's going to be drafted next year. He's gone next year.
What's his name?
And McClellan.
He can just fill his role.
He's fill his role.
Obviously, learn from him.
He's probably got great moves and he's that fast. And number 18 recruit on the board. Or number 17 recruit on the board.
I agree.
So I agree with the commitment. Keely Ringo, quarterback. First quarterback we've seen.
Corner, all right.
Hasn't committed yet. Again, I'm thinking right in my mind, Georgia.
I mean,
LSU.
They lost
Greedy Williams.
And they need a guy.
They need someone to fill in. Because Greedy Williams was their leader. Definitely. It was Devin White and him, and they carried the defense.
And they lost them.
Yeah.
So now your defense is
basically blank. We had one of the linebackers that they're committing to LSU. And now we have this guy, Keely Ringo, who said he's been phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. He's pretty good.
I've seen tape of him.
Same here.
So I think with 8 interceptions last year on the season, 8 interceptions, that's phenomenal.
I know. That's really good.
Double-digit interceptions in a season is a record.
Yeah.
So I think
LSU.
It's maybe. Ohio State.
Yes, they lost.
Denzel Ward.
Yeah, they lost him 2 years ago.
Yeah. They've lost so many quarterbacks.
They lost Eli Apple. That was 3 years ago.
Yeah,
still.
Yeah, and you know who could? Actually, never mind. He couldn't coach him up because he's not there anymore. Kerry Combs.
Yes.
Quarterback coach.
His uncle.
Right?
My uncle.
He's phenomenal.
He is.
He sent 11 cornerbacks to the NFL draft. All got drafted in the first round.
Really?
So if you would have sent him to Ohio State,
that would have been great. He probably would have been could have been a first round pick.
Yeah. So I think he goes to LSU because of that reason. Be sure to tune in for the next video on Thursday, by the way.
Yep, it's going to be
NBA mock drafts. And then be sure to tune in next Thursday on the 20th
for the actual
live from the NBA draft. It's going to be fun.
He's going to be on vacation, but
it's fine.
That's all right.
All right.
We can still get
Haynes King. Quarterback. He also played DN. What the heck?
I've seen tape of this guy. He's good.
He's good?
He's very
What team needs a quarterback?
Let's see.
Ohio State does not. They have Justin Fields and T. Martell.
I know something really dumb. I just looked up his name. It's Haynes King. And they said that he might go to Texas. But they have Ellington.
They have Ellinger.
Yeah.
They have Sam Ellinger, and they have Shane Buechele behind him.
I thought,
so you're going to have to wait basically till your junior year if you want to
that
start.
makes no sense.
That really does make no sense.
So, I mean, not Georgia. They have Jake Fromm.
But they have really no one behind him. And this he's entering his junior season.
Yes.
If you wait it out, you could. And LSU. Joe Burrow has 1 year of eligibility left.
Applying for them. Yeah, actually, I was thinking of LSU.
I might have to go with LSU.
It's like I want to go with Georgia too.
I might actually go with the Pac-12 team here.
What is it?
Justin Herbert.
Oregon.
Justin Herbert is going into the NFL draft next year.
I agree with you.
If
no doubt, he's gonna go.
He's gonna. Oh yeah, He's already.
Is he already?
Yeah, he already said he would do it last year.
And then if he can come in and learn from Herbert
and step up from Oregon in one season, Oregon's gonna be phenomenal.
They could be another sleeper team.
I love the sleeper team. I'm Haynes King. You're going to Oregon. Yep. I think. All right. Arik Gilbert. He was listed as an athlete. He can play 4 positions. 4 positions.
What are they? You know what they are?
Running back, D-end, linebacker, receiver. How can a D-end play receiver?
This guy's...
running back, tight end, D-end, linebacker.
What? I mean, whatever team gets him...
He's likely to play defensive end when he gets to college.
Okay. Rick Gilbert, wow.
Rick Gilbert, just pause the show. Holy cow,
Good job, man.
Oh my god.
How do you do that? Running back, wide receiver?
4 positions?
Imagine how,
They literally didn't even list your positions. They listed you as an athlete. I looked at your position, it said ATH. Oh my goodness. Phenomenal. Alright,
team.
Defensive end.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Clemson again. No, but I think they'll take Brian Breeze ahead of.
They should. I think Breeze
Gilbert
is probably better.
Alright, I'm gonna go. I want to go LSU.
I want to say him
because they lost to Elite Jefferson.
Mm-hmm.
Who was one of
that this draft?
Yeah.
No, it was okay.
And they have another defensive lineman. I forget his name coming in, but he's a senior coming in this year.
I'm gonna go with LSU. They're losing a lot of guys,
well.
so.
But they can pretty much play.
Mm-hmm.
If you're like, we need someone to replace Devin White, put Arik Gilbert in there.
Put Arik Gilbert there. He can do it.
All right, Damon DeMoss. All right, wide receiver.
Texas A&M.
I agree. Kendrick Rogers coming into his junior season. You're playing with him, who's phenomenal. They lost Jay Steinberger.
Yep.
Darnell Washington may commit to Texas A&M. Who we think listed at number 14.
Yep.
I agree.
I agree with it.
I agree with the pick.
I do.
The only place in the SEC I think he could have gone that I think would have been a good fit for him is South Carolina.
Yes.
They're a huge sleeper team.
Yeah, they had Debo Samuel. So
He's gone.
He's gone. He's on the 49ers now. So yeah.
So Devin DeMoss, he could have committed to South Carolina. Who's another sleeper? I think.
Yeah. If he has to go to A&M.
Yeah.
A&M.
All right, Chris Tyree. I watched this commit live. Chris Tyree. Committed to Notre Dame, running back. They don't have Jamal Adams.
They don't have Miles Sanders. Wasn't he on Notre Dame?
He's on Penn State.
Oh,
But yep, that was good. That's a good commit.
Yeah,
especially when you lose Jamal Adams.
Yeah, a lot of people think. Do you think Notre Dame's overrated?
They are, but
they are.
They have such good players.
They're good. They're a good team though.
They just don't play the best schedule. I think they'd be 9-3 if they actually played a good schedule.
Yeah.
So they're still a good team. I'm not saying they're a bad team.
But yeah,
Chris Tyree, I agree with the commit most of all.
Yep.
But Georgia, DeAndre Swift's gone. Holyfield is gone.
They need a running back. Think about it.
Chris Tyree could have gone Georgia too.
Yeah, if he didn't go to
Notre Dame. Dante Manning, second quarterback we've seen,
and also second recruit going to
Oklahoma.
Yep. I mean,
I agree with most of it.
Did Oklahoma lose any good defensive players in the draft?
They didn't really have any good defensive players. They have Trey Waynes.
Yeah, but
he's a corner.
Yeah.
He's great. He's actually absolutely phenomenal. But he's entering his junior season.
Junior?
He's his junior.
So, yeah, if they brought him, what's his name?
Dante Manning,
he could learn from him. And
both sides, yeah. It'd be really good.
I think he could be a good player for them.
All right. DeMarcus Bowman, running back, coming into Clemson.
Does Clemson still have Travis? What's his name?
Travis Etienne.
Etienne. I love him.
22 touchdowns again.
Did you see him in the national championship?
Oh
He was great.
I think it's a good commit though. Travis Etienne's entering his sophomore season. This is sophomore season.
He's entering it. Wait, he's entering it.
He's a freshman.
He was a freshman last year?
No. He's a freshman 2 years ago. He's entering junior. My bad.
Okay, so yeah, I think it's a
okay.
Have you seen any tape of him?
Yes, I have.
I've not.
Very fast, very strong. He's pretty much he's versatile.
He's versatile running back.
Yeah,
and that's what
that's what they need.
Just want. Yes,
because Travis Etienne, he's the strongest.
He can
he's
run.
So fast.
He can run. Yeah,
he's a blur.
He can just burst out.
Yeah. All right, last one.
All right.
For our end quote, which we've added on to the show, actually, if you guys...
Okay.
So it's a new part. It's like a burning question of the topic. Philip Webb, outside linebacker, has not committed. I'm going to go out of the box and go Big 12, Texas.
Texas. I agree.
They lost the linebacker.
They did.
Who's a leader of their team, Marcus Williams.
They
absolutely phenomenal.
That Texas defense.
If you fill in Philip Webb, I mean, actually, Williams was an inside linebacker, but it doesn't matter. Just shift him around. It's fine.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
So I think Philip Webb commit to Texas, my dude.
Yeah, he should.
There's a big open spot.
Texas,
because no offensive linebacker wants to commit. No outside linebacker wants to commit to Texas.
Yeah.
You can fill it, win a champ. Texas has the opportunity to win a championship. They
got the quarterback.
Yeah.
They
have a good running back.
They do. Their offense is
great receivers.
Yes.
Philip Moeller, he's one of my favorites.
He's good. Their defense is
okay.
Good.
And if you have Philip Webb, it's going to be really even better.
Yep.
All right. Headed to our end quotes. Again, a fan come up with this. You guys should comment below what the burning question and the end quote should be.
This is easy for me.
On the next episode NBA mock draft. Will, who wins college football national championship based on recruiting?
Clemson.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be. They got a running back. They got an offensive tackle. They got two
D-line.
Defensive linemen.
Yes.
And maybe more
probably
if they try to commit.
God, so good.
But again, who's your sleeper team?
Out of recruiting or out of
recruiting?
Okay.
Let me see here. I'm gonna go either Texas A&M.
That was good. Yep. Or
Texas A&M or I think that's pretty much Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Texas A&M.
Yep.
Or I think Georgia's getting slept on a little bit.
I was gonna say Georgia.
But I'm gonna go two SEC teams. I'm gonna go Texas A&M or Georgia. So is that your answer to the end quotes?
Yes.
So do you think Clemson's gonna win a championship and your sleepers are Texas A&M and Georgia?
Yep.
All right. I really appreciate you being here today.
Yep.
Taking your time.
Yep.
All right. So before we go, guys, don't forget to comment right below. You can send in requests for the end quote and the burning question of the next episode NBA mock draft coming out on Thursday. Be sure to like, sub, and ring the bell for more.